I'm gonna blow your mind right now. You ready? Here goes nothing. Google doesn't work in some countries. Really, like you can't even access it. It's blocked, it's censored, it's behind a firewall. The internet, as we know it, is not the same everywhere. In some places, like here in the United States, you can pretty much go on the internet and do whatever you want. You know, within reason, of course, there are laws and stuff. But for the most part, if you're just some random guy in the government trying to crack down on people's activity on the internet, it's pretty difficult to do so because the infrastructure that makes the internet work is largely outside of the control of any one country. The servers and cables that make the internet work are mostly owned and operated by private companies and international organizations. And so if you're trying to censor the internet, it's kind of hard to do that when there are all these servers and cables and stuff outside of your country that you don't control. But that's not the case everywhere. In some countries, the government has a lot more control over the infrastructure that delivers the internet to people's homes and businesses. In those countries, the government can block access to websites they don't like. They can censor what people see and say online. They can even shut down the internet entirely when they want to. Now, this might not be a surprise to you. You probably already knew that this was a thing. But what might be surprising to you is how many countries do this. I mean, it's not just, one or two authoritarian regimes. We're talking about a whole bunch of countries from China to North Korea to Iran to Cuba, and it's not just those countries. There are also some less developed countries that do this too, as well as some countries that are in the process of developing their internet infrastructure. So yeah, the internet isn't the same everywhere, and that's by design. Some countries want to keep their citizens in the dark ages when it comes to information and technology. They want to keep them from seeing what's going on in the outside world. They want to control what people think and say online because they're afraid of what might happen if people aren't controlled. This is why we have to be careful when we talk about the internet. When we talk about the internet, we have to be careful to acknowledge that the internet isn't the same everywhere. The internet can be a powerful tool for good or for bad. It all depends on how you use it. And I know this is a super serious topic and it can be depressing to think about, but it's important to remember that there are people who are fighting to bring the internet to everyone in the world, no matter what country you're in, no matter what government you're under. There are people who believe that everyone should have access to information and technology. Everyone should be able to use the internet to learn, to grow, to connect with others. I'm not gonna lie and say that this fight is easy or that it's not worth it. But I do think it's important to remember that this is the goal that we should be striving for, a world where everyone has access to the internet and to the information that it contains. A world where no one has to live in fear of their government or their government's internet police.